welcome to the 2007 UEM Drag Bike Championship. We're here at SantaPod for the finals of the championship.
And as you can see, an absolutely packed spectator banking behind us. Today we're going to be seeing the monsters of UEM Super Twin Bike, big Harleys running on nitro methane at over 200 miles an hour. Also, UEM Top Fuel Bike, again, monstrous machines, the fastest bikes in the world.
I'm Isla Hampson.
And I'm Daryl Bradford.
But before we get to the action, let's take a look around.
Hi everyone, hello there, I'm John Price, welcome you to the final round here at SantaPod. We're just a short way away from the country's capital. The place is packed this weekend, it's a great family atmosphere. The riders love the place as well.
SantaPod's my home track, it always has been. It's the best track in Europe.
It's a great team which makes this event.
SantaPod, I like especially the professional organization.
It's my favorite track. I've been here for 25 years already and I like it, I love it.
First part of today's show, we're going to be seeing the awesome Super Twin Top Fuel bikes. Standing next to me, number 4 in points at the moment, Hans Olav Olstad from Norway now. Hans, how do you think you're going to do this weekend and what are your chances for the championship?
My chances is I can climb up to number 2 if everything went well.
So that's the best you're hoping for?
Oh, of course. Lawrence is already win the championship, so there's no question about that.
Okay, no problem. Well, good luck this weekend. We're now going to have a word with number 3 man, Gunther Zone. Gunther, you're number 3 in points. What do you think your chances are of taking the championship this weekend?
Yes, we're looking on the reality, and I mean Low will take the championship, of course, and but I will take the second place, and I will do that weekend here.
Well, that sounds really good. You've been running very, very well recently, so it's good to see. Now it's time to take a word with Roel Kodam from Holland. Roel, what do you think your chances of the championship are this weekend at SantaPod?
We can't win it anymore. I think Lawrence is champion if he qualifies and goes one round further. I think he's champion and he have a good chance to win this one.
Anything can happen though, and he has had trouble in the first round before. He did the same thing last year in a really strong position, but the bike broke in the first round, didn't it?
Yeah, but then I have to win the final and speed record and ET record, so everything's possible, but it's very doubtful.
It's very slim. Okay, well, good luck this week, Aaron. Thank you very much indeed. Now it's time to go and talk to that man, Lawrence Tobler. Lawrence, what do you think your chances are for the championship? You're quite a way in front. Can you do it this year?
Yeah, I really hope so. The chances are excellent, but you never know. You got it when it's finished or not, and yeah. But I'm pretty comfortable in advantage on the points.
Yeah, good stuff. You've had a really, really good year. Time to go and take a look at qualifying a UEM Super Twin bike.
Well, I really love these machines, and the man who's newly up into the class this season, Roel Kodam, number 2 in the championship going into this final round, ended up in the number 3 spot with that run of 6:69. Well, Lawrence Stalker, leading the championship at the moment, have been having a load of problems this weekend and ended up in the number 2 spot with a run of 6.65. But just look at what happened to Hans Olav Olstad. That machine torching the heads, really let go in a big way. I tell you, I wouldn't have liked to have been sitting on top of that one. But the number 1 qualifying spot, this vastly improving man from Germany, Gunther Zone, took the number 1 spot with a 6.62. Here he is running alongside Hans Olav Olstad, who took the number 4 spot, but it's Gunther up at the top of the pile.
First time number 1 qualifier in Super Twin, Gunther Zone. That must feel really, really good after a long season.
I feel good. And I'm very happy that we find the right setup now for the bike. Yes, and today I will try to do my best also.
Well, this is how it ended up then. Gunther Zone, number 1 with that 6.62. Lawrence Stalker in second spot with a 6.65. Roel Kodam, 6.69. They're all so close. And don't forget, it's 8 that go through into the race.
In the highly explosive and highly exciting world of Super Twin top fuel bikes, safety is all important. Now, I'm standing here with England's only rider in the Super Twin class, Ian Turbeville. Now, Ian, tell us a little bit about all the protective and safety gear that you wear on the bike.
Basically, you need a really good set of leathers, reinforced in critical places. Then the next is a top quality helmet. It must be the best quality you can buy. It must be comfortable and safe at speed. A good pair of carbon reinforced gloves to protect your hands. A spine protector for your back in case you come off, all important. And particularly unique to Super Twins is because we lay on top of two huge cylinders firing nitromethane, we wear a ballistic vest made of Kevlar and titanium to protect our rib cage and our heart in case the engine should explode into our bodies. The other thing unique to Super Twins is we have both exhausts on one side of the bike. And that means we get one very hot leg, so we need to protect the leg against the heat and the flames of the nitromethane.
Sounds like one hell of a ride. You guys are braver than I'll ever be. I hope you have a really, really good weekend. Time to go and watch these guys in action in the quarterfinals of Super Twin Top Fuel Bike.
Okay, Darryl, well, look, come up into the commentary box and we can start having a chat about this. But this is how it all looks. Gunter Sohn against that man we've just been talking to, Ian Turbeville. I'll tell you what, with all that protective clothing, it says to me, don't do this.
Or do it, but do it as safely as you possibly can.
Boy.
These guys, as I just said in that interview, I think, braver than I'll ever be. Gunter Sohn, #1 qualifier. Bit of a mountain for Ian to climb here. He's been running the bike very, very well this season. The bike virtually completely built by himself. He did buy the chassis and buy the engine, but all put together, all tuned and run by him. Does have some very good help in the form of defending champion Ronnie Olsen, who isn't here with us racing this weekend but should be back next season.
I've got to tell you, Ian was the only one in qualifying who wasn't in the sixes. He qualified with a 775. Gunter was right at the top of the pile with a 662. So there's over a second between these two guys in favour of the man from Germany. So really, Ian Turbeville still learning to ride this machine.
Well, he's been doing very, very well indeed. Put down some very, very strong runs. And my goodness, flying the front wheel, Gunter Sohn, what a storming run. 6.60, new quickest run ever for him. Ian Turbeville with another nice consistent 7, but just wasn't enough against the awesome power of that German bike.
Indeed, here's the man who had the big explosion, Hans Olaf Olstad from Norway, and finds himself up against Petri Kautanen from Finland. Petri was our #5 qualifier, Hans Olaf our #4, and on their qualifying times, well, just nothing, just hundredths of a second.
Yeah, but unfortunately Petri torched the motor in that qualifying run. Look at the front wheel on that bike. He actually takes the finish line beam with the rear wheel, not the front wheel. Yeah. 6.67, new personal best for Hans Olaf Olstad.
Yeah,
what a run
because
for
of
him.
that, the rear wheel breaking the beam,
yep.
That's what gave us that huge terminal speed. Right, next pair then. Championship contender Lawrence Stalker. Here he is, going through that sliding slalom of a burnout. He was doing quite a bit of that this weekend. And Ackerreimer from Germany. Now, let's have a look and see where they were in qualifying. Lawrence, of course, #2 qualifier. Ackerreimer was in the #7 spot, running a 6.9. So, Darryl, three-tenths of a second between these two. And championship, if Lawrence gets past Acker, he's the champion.
Yeah, he's going to take it. And both pulling into stage. Very, very critical race in the season. Lawrence really, really wants to tie this down. Didn't have as good a time in qualifying as he normally does. Oh, Acker pulls a big red light. That'll be the end of the weekend for him. Shuts the bike off early, low, drifting towards the centre line and over it after the finish line. But he takes the win and the championship.
Lawrence, congratulations. You're the first-time champion. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's just incredible to be here, winning the championship. Well, it was. We were pretty sure we could manage before this event because we are so much ahead with the points. But it's just great, really having won the championship.
Well, a very, very happy man, very happy team as well, because he's part of the Urs Erbacher team. But now our fourth quarter-final puts Holland against Sweden, and so much experience with these two guys. Per Bengtsson here with his red and white machine, the Beast as he likes to call it, up against the man from Holland with the Zodiac twin, owned and run by Tom Pels. Two different types of bike. This machine is a V-twin of Roel Kudam, and it's a parallel twin for Per Bengtsson. Very, very similar times on qualifying, these two. Let's see how we get on, who's going to go to the next round. And Roel Kudam makes no mistake, he takes the win with a 6.67 over a losing 6.95. Now then, let's find out a little bit more about the technicalities with these machines.
This magnificent piece of equipment is Gunter Zone's Super Twin top fuel bike. This V-twin Harley produces over 800 horsepower. Part of the key for making that much horsepower is the fuel, nitromethane, and the fuel system as well. Now this bike runs between 98 and 100% nitromethane, which is basically a liquid explosive. What you see here is a huge fuel pump that pumps 1 litre of fuel per second into each cylinder on this bike. The lines come up here. When the throttle is cracked open, the injector puts all the fuel into each cylinder and, as I just said, delivers over 1 litre per second. Now Gunter has a very special thing on his bike just here, this little switch right there, and that tells him he's got a computer on the bike so that he knows that he's had the throttle wide open all the way down the racetrack, so he's got no excuses if the bike doesn't run exactly as it should. That's the basics of a fuel system on a Super Twin bike. After the break, we're going to see all the action from the semi-finals and finals in Super Twin, and also top fuel bike. We'll see you then.
Welcome back then to the second part of our motorcycle orientated show, and it's the semi-finals in Super Twin bike. This is how it looks. Gunter Zone, the #1 qualifier here this weekend, up against Hans Olav Olstad from Norway, and Lawrence Storbel, the newly crowned champion, up against Roel Kudam. And it's to this first pair we go, Darryl.
Gunter Zone against Hans Olav Olstad. Of note, these are going to be some of the best semi-final races we've ever seen in Super Twin. Reason being is that every single bike in the semi-finals ran a 6.6 second elapsed time in the first round. That has never ever happened before. Hans Olav Olstad run a personal best. Gunter Zone run a personal best. Everybody is really running, as we say, out of their skin this weekend. They've all done so well.
Well, here we are then. Is he confident? Yeah, you bet he is. That's Hans Olav Olstad coming up against Gunter Zone. Don't forget, Gunter was the #1 qualifier here this weekend. They power away, and Gunter is not for turning. That front wheel is in the air. Wow, what a run. 6.54.
Not only what a run, that is the quickest run in Europe all season from the silver bike from Germany. Hans Olav's crew lose, but they're still very happy.
Hans, commiserations. Can you tell us what went wrong?
Oh, I was too lazy from the start line. Gunter was in front of me, and he made the best run for the whole weekend. 6.54, what can you say? Just congratulate Gunter.
Well, here we are then, our second semi-final, and this is really setting up to be an absolute stormer. Lawrence Storbel, the new champion, there he is sideways on again during the burnout, coming up against Roel Kudam. Roel attempts a straighter burnout. There's Tom Pell's son Vincent, who works with his dad on prepping this bike. This is going to be extraordinary. Now, Lawrence was the #2 qualifier, Roel the #3 qualifier. Nothing between them on qualifying times, so this could be absolutely anybody's. And look at this, if they had them, it would be door handle to door handle. Wow, so close. Lawrence takes the win. There was just 12 1/1000ths of a second between those two. Just look at that on the finish line. So very, very close.
Now, the rider really earned that one. I think he won that one on a whole shot. It was a wonderful race, and you've got Gunter in the final.
Yeah, okay, this race was not so bad. The time we can make it a little bit better. We look for the final. Now we have against Gunter, it's our friend. But we win the championship. That was our goal for this weekend. And perhaps also Urs with the car can make it too. So we hope the best and look also forward for the final.
Well, this is how it looks. From Germany, Gunter Zone, #1 qualifier here, up against the new champion, Lawrence Storbel from Switzerland. And it's to Lawrence we go first of all for a few words.
You're going to be up against Gunter Zone. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough race, because he was running his new personal best, which is, I think, maybe a question of thousands, if same as my personal best. And I didn't run so good this weekend, so yeah, it's going to be a tough race.
Well, Lawrence feeling confident, but not as confident as he normally would going into the final against this man, Günther Zone.
Günther, congratulations, you've made it into the finals. Now you're going to be racing against Lawrence Tobler. What do you think about that?
Hard job. But I'm so happy. I do my personal best this weekend, and the same number like Low, and we must wait. But I'm very enjoyed about it, and yeah.
So it could be the weekend of your life.
Yeah, of course. And I'm a little bit tired now, and okay, but I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, Günther Zone really, as you said, they're having a storybook weekend. #1 qualifier, new personal best in the semi-final. Probably the only time Lawrence is quite nervous about racing somebody, because he's very, very concentrated and he's normally way out in front. It's going to be a fantastic race. Both the way from the starting line together, both dangling those front wheels in the air. Oh no, and unfortunately Günther has a problem. And another consistent 6.6 second run for Lawrence Tobler there. Team jumping for joy. They've had a fantastic day.
You tell me how you feel?
Yeah, I feel wonderful. I'm happy. Everything was well during the whole season. My crew was working so hard and well. Yeah.
So you've won it in style, Lawrence.
Yeah, that was just the perfect finish for this season. I'm so happy.
After 200 meters, it's too much fuel. The cylinders drops out, both, and that way I'm leading a little bit. I saw it, and then I will shift, and the cylinder drops out. And
so that was it. There was nothing you could do.
Yeah, but it's not a problem. We have all reached my targets and we have all reached it. And
yeah, you've done extraordinarily well to get here. So congratulations on that front, and I hope to see you next year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, with that last run there, Günther Zone moved up, overtook Roel Kudam and ended up in the #2 spot behind the champion, Lawrence Tobler. Now it's time for Top Fuel Bike, and our three main contenders for the championship are as follows.
#3 in Top Fuel Bike points, the man standing next to me, Rickard Gustafsson from Sweden. Now, you're defending champion, Rickard. What do you think your chances are of taking the title from the #3 spot this year?
Yeah, I think we have good chances if we could run consistent and be fast.
Okay, well, good luck this weekend. You've got a very consistent bike, so it's going to be very, 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 very fun to watch. And we're now going to go and have a quick word with the man from England, Ian King. #2 man in Top Fuel Bike points at the moment, Ian King from England. Now, Ian, how do you think you're going to do this weekend, and what do you think your chances are for taking the title?
Well, we have a reasonable chance. We're very close in points. There's 3 of us that can take the crown this weekend, and we're as good as all the others. So I'm hoping we'll do it.
Well, for England, I wish him luck, and thanks for your time. We're now going to have a quick word with Luigi Ferretti, who's #1. I'm here with the #1 guy in points, Luigi Ferretti, all the way from Italy. Now, Luigi, what do you think your chances are to win the title this weekend?
Yes, I work for winner this year, and I don't know. We hope.
You try very hard, yeah?
Yeah, but yeah. Yes, I have a winner in Norway, and now I work for a winner in SantaPod. Yeah.
Well, good luck this weekend. Thank you very much indeed. We're now going to go over and look at the racing in Top Fuel Bike.
Well, here we are then. It's the quarter-final, which is all important for the championship. The 2 different types of bikes coming up against one another. The man leading the championship, Luigi Ferretti, on the Top Fuel Bike, coming up against last year's champ, Rickard Gustafsson, with the turbocharged bike. And just look at these two. Wow, it's Luigi who takes the win, but only just a 6.54 to a 6.59. It was that close. Rickard Gustafsson's chance of a second championship, go. So this is how the semi-finals look then. Eric Tobler from France, running so well here during qualifying, up against Luigi Ferretti, and the all-British affair, it's Ian King against Neil Midgley, and it's to this first pair that we go, Daryl, but there's somebody missing.
Yeah, unfortunately, Eric Tobler grenaded the engine in a very big way in the first round. He was #1 qualifier with his personal best, a tremendous 6.20. Luigi Ferretti gets a freebie to save the bike into the final, just increases his chance of taking that title. And I have to say again, after you said it, John, what a race with Rickard Gustafsson.
Yeah,
that was just
breathtaking. Well, this promises to be good. The two Brits here, the two very experienced Brits, and once again, it's a sort of a remake of that Rickard Gustafsson Luigi Ferretti race where you've got a turbocharged bike coming up against a top fuel bike. This is Ian King on the King Racing machine, and Neil Midgley on the Chris Hannum machine is a turbocharged bike. Now, during their qualifying, Ian King was #3, Neil Midgley #7, but a little bit to choose between them, but Neil Midgley is very, very experienced. You can see he got out of the traps first. Hey, look how close this is. Ian King takes the win. What a race, another 6 seconds race.
Unbelievable race there. You race, Luigi, for the title. Only the whole season comes down to this, huh?
This is it. This is what we came here for. This is what he came here for. It's going to be fun. We're going to try.
Well, that was Mick Beaumont. And here is the boss himself, Ian King. A few words about winning.
Ian, congratulations. You're in the final. Now you're going to be racing against Luigi Ferretti. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's going to be great because, you know, both of us, as you know, have a chance of winning the championship. The winner of that race will win the championship. Luigi's been a great competitor over the last season. They've been out running around all the countries as we have, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope, you know, the best guy on the day wins.
Which will be you, you're hoping, of course.
Well, I hope it, but I'm not necessarily the best guy on the day. So.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we'll see anyway.
Ian being a wee bit understated there. Coming up again, of course, Ian has been top fuel champion previously at this level. Luigi Ferretti, it's all new to him, but here he is in the final. Luigi up against Ian King. Either one of these two could end up being the champion. It's as close as that. It comes right the way down to the wire. It's he who dares wins on this one. I've got to tell you, Antonio, his brother, just showing everything is A-OK. These two bikes have been running real good this weekend, but this is where, leading up to this event, both of them have been having 1 or 2 cylinder head problems. But right now, the bikes sound absolutely crisp and clean. Here we go then, and Ian King takes an early lead. Has Luigi got anything to come back with? The answer is no. King takes it with a cracking 6.44 to a losing 6.61. That also means that Ian King is the 2007 champ.
Ian, congratulations on being 2007's top fuel bike champion. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling great now because we've just had such a bad season. We've had so much work to do. My crew have been absolutely fantastic. They've worked so hard. We've had engines in and out every 5 minutes, you know, bottom ends apart. And I just thought it was going to be away from us, but luckily we nursed it through to the final. But, you know, really, the crew, it was them. I just sit on it and point it.
I'm sure there's more to it than that, Ian.
Not really, no. I close my eyes, open the throttle and go. I have to rely on my team, and they've done such a fantastic job.
That is one happy man there. Ian King takes the championship by just 10 points from Luigi Ferretti, and Rickard Gustafsson in 3rd spot.
Well, that's all we've got time for here at SantaPod. Now, Lawrence Tobler has completed a double championship win for the Urbacher team.
What an unbelievable weekend for the Urbacher Top Fuel Racing team. Right behind us, Lawrence Tobler. They're going to be celebrating for ages, these guys. They won their first ever Super Twin title. They wrapped it up pretty early in the day here at SantaPod and took the event win over a very, very hard charging Gunter's Own. Also, top fuel bike, what a storybook end. The final race at the final race of the season as well. Ian King versus Luigi Ferretti, and a tremendous race. Ian King takes the 2007 UEM top fuel bike title.
Make sure you join us again for some more unbelievable action in 2008.